Our firstborn, Olivia, would be 10 years old today if she was still with us. She passed away when she was 8 months. We sought genetic counselling afterwards because after she passed we still wanted children, and they said it shouldn't happen again, these sort of things.
They basically told us that lightning wouldn't strike twice, and they were right with Harry.
Yeah, so we had Harry, and then we decided that we wanted another child. So we tried for Reuben and was lucky we had Reuben, but then unfortunately Reuben had the same conditions as Olivia.
It's almost like daggers in the heart, isn't it? Because you grieve for the loss of life that they're not going to have. So we've already sort of done this before with Olivia. To have another child born with the same condition, it's just sort of soul destroying. I think we thought, right, this is the card we've been dealt with. He's very much wanted and he's going to be so loved. We're going to give him the best just little life.
Put the focus on him and make sure he has the best life that he can possibly have with us. Reuben's condition was a PIGB, which is a gene mutation. Probably the most severe condition was the seizures, so he'd have regular seizures. The seizures could make him stop breathing, so he could go for periods of time without taking a breath. So we was preparing for the worst. It's going to be life limiting and quite a short experience.
Yeah, it's just amazing. He got to his first birthday, and then to get to his second birthday was, he's doing so well, wasn't he?
Yeah, sort of defeated the odds really. Harry's very understanding of Reuben's condition.
He didn't really see any of Reuben's condition. He just saw him as his little brother and he needed to protect him.
My happiest memory of Reuben is when we went to our holiday and he kept on laughing. He was nice and cuddly and warm.
With Reuben, it's hard to describe how special he was, and I think it only really resonates if you've got a child with additional needs or with medical needs, like how much extra love and care they need. And so it's quite hard to really put into words
how special he was.
When Sophie went into hospital to give birth to Felix, it's Naomi House what looked after Reuben for us.
The first impression that I got from Naomi House was almost like, wow, this place is almost huge. When we had a tour, the sensory room, the swimming pool, all the staff were really welcoming with a smile on their faces. So I was really happy to leave Reuben. I felt he was really in safe hands.
When Reuben was in the sensory rooms and the arts and crafts and the music room, he'd just become more alert. You could sense in him he was coming alive, and you'd get more movement, his eyes would go a bit wider.
He'd also communicate sometimes through his breathing. Just seeing Reuben so relaxed and so calm with his breathing, almost like a child riding their bike, would make you really happy.
When you've got a child who's going to have a shortened life, you need to make the most of these memories whilst you can. The respite care, and then also the end of life care and the bereavement care as well was really invaluable to us. Reuben passed away 5 days before Christmas, here at home. I can remember getting up to go turn his feeding pump off. He's fed slowly, continuous feed throughout the night. Yeah, I noticed that he'd looked down, he'd passed away in the early hours of the morning.
Sean was in there for quite a long time, it felt. Just as I was feeding Felix, he came back through and he said, Sophie, Reuben's passed away. Part of Harry's morning routine is he would jump out of bed, go straight into Reuben's bed, cuddle him. I went straight to Harry and told Harry. Harry burst out crying, bless him, and he just said to me instantly, I want to see Reuben. Harry climbed straight into Reuben's bed, cuddled him, sang to him and stroked his hair, and I just that moment, just my heart was breaking for Reuben. But I was just so proud that he was able to still sort of give Reuben that loving care that he'd always gave him throughout his life.
I think with Reuben, it's always in the back of your mind that he's never going to have a full life and you're never really going to know when it's the end. But I think if we could agree upon a way he would pass, that was probably the most peaceful, and that was probably what we would wish for. The butterfly room is a special room within Naomi House, so you can bring the body to rest and Essentially, you can live next door and you can visit the body as often as you want, so you can say the goodbye you want in the manner you wish. I think it's just more warm and friendly than a chapel arrest at a funeral home. And then it also gives the family and Harry an opportunity to still grieve.
With Reuben's legacy, I think we're very much aware that his footprint will sort of live on through the sands of time, so to speak. He lives on through us all, especially Harry, and everything we do sort of is with Reuben in mind. The support of Naomi House was an amazing for our family. It just provided us with the safety net. You know, if we were going to fall, they were going to catch us.